Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you guys are well by the grace of Almighty. Welcome again to my channel. This is Shana Chaudhary Mon. And as we all know, we are making videos on different financial tools of Excel used in business. So today we are here with another video on that topic. So in our last video, we have talked about and learned about if function and its basics. So as we know the basics now, we are going to learn about some advanced uses of if function uh, that can help us in our day-to-day life, business operations, and our different tasks of business. So let's start our video. Uh, so here is our Excel sheet. Today, very first, as we have know how to work with ifs, sum ifs, these functions, average ifs, these functions. So now we are going to make use of them in a broader sense. So first of all, we are going to know how to calculate sales commission. So let's start. Sales commission is something like a certain amount the commission percentage remain same, but as the number of sales increases, the salesperson get more and more commission. So let's start here. We can see that if a salesperson sells more than 1 lakh, he get 2.5% commission. If he sells more than 2 lakh, he get 5%, and if 5 lakh, he gets 7%. If less than 1 lakh, he gets nothing. He gets no commission. So these are the conditions, or we can say constraint, applying which we're going to count our we're going to calculate our commission. For this we are going to use if function. I'm going to show it again. For this we are going to use if function, as there are more variables to calculate. So first we have to understand the condition. What are the condition? If the sales is greater than 5 lakh, we have to go or calculate from the very highest point, because if we take the first one, and if it is more than 5 lakh, it will calculate the percentage as it is first. Suppose if I take 1 lakh at very first and 5 lakh at very bottom, then if 7 lakh is counted, the Excel will count 1 lakh and 1 lakh as it is greater than 1 lakh. The 7 lakh is greater than 1 lakh, and it will count 2.5% on all 7%. But it is not the case. In this case, we have to count it as for 5 lakh it's 7%, for 2 lakh it's 5%, for 1 lakh it's 2.5%. So let's start with this one. If our sales is greater than 5 lakh, sales is greater than 5 lakh, the salesperson get. So what did the salesperson get? The salesperson get 70 into 5%. Okay. Then if it is more than 2 lakh, if the sales is greater than 2 lakh, then what is the answer? The value will be 5%. Okay. Okay, if the value will be 7 lakh into 5%. Okay. Okay, where then if the sales is greater than 1 lakh, then he gets 7 lakh into 2.5%. Okay. If the we have to clearly understand, if it is the greater than, if the sale is greater than this amounts, they get the percentage. If what if the sales are not up to the mark, then we'll have to put another logic, that if the sales is less than or equal 1 lakh, he gets, what he gets is 0%. He gets is 0%. Yeah. So that is our formula or condition we have created. So let's enter. See, it's 49,000 because he have made sale of more than 7 lakh, which is above 5 lakh. So the count they have counted 7% of 7 lakh. Okay. So now to calculate, we are going to make constant something constant. What will be the some figure fixed to, so that when we drag the positions, um, the figure, the amount remain the same. So doing our this amount or this amount of calculation constant fixed. So doing this fixed, doing this fixed, this one fixed, this one fixed, this one fixed. Okay. Enter 49,000. So now we have, as we have made the constant amount or fixed the sum of our condition, now we're going to drag this one. See, now if we want to use comma, we can use comma for this one, and to reduce the point we're going to use this one. Okay, so this is the amount of commission as we have mentioned, calculated earlier. It is same as that, so we can say that this is the commission amount. So this is the way we can use to calculate sales commission. So now we are going to tax, how to calculate income tax. Income tax is not like sales commission, because in sales commission, if the amount crosses a certain amount, we calculate it on a total basis, the amount and the percentage on a total basis, the total amount multiplies the percentage. But in tax, in case of tax, we calculate the percentage on different tax bracket, according to different tax bracket. Clear? So according to different tax bracket, suppose if my tax amount is more than 3 lakh 50,000, suppose it's 5 lakh. So on first 3 lakh 50,000 there will be no tax. After from 3 lakh 50 to 4 lakh 50, it will be 5,000, and 5 lakh 50 to 4 lakh 50 to 5 lakh, I mean next 50,000, it will be 10%, means that 5,000 equal 10,000 of total tax. I hope you guys understand. So now we'll calculate it on a practically. So let's start. We are going to use ifs again for this because it's more easy way. We can use if and nested if to calculate this, but we are going to use ifs. So let's start with ifs. So ifs. So what is our first logic? As we have mentioned earlier, we are going to calculate from the very bottom. If our taxable income, we are going to count our taxable income is greater than 7,50,000. If it is more than 7,50,000, we have to concentrate on that. If it is more than 7,50,000, we have to pay this much amount. But above this, we have to pay the rest. On the rest amount is 15%. Suppose it's 8 lakh. On 7,50,000, we are paying 35,000. But on the next 50,000, which is rest after subtracting 8 lakh 7,50,000 from 8 lakh, it's 50,000, and we have to count 15% on that 50,000. So for this we are going, if it is like that, so our condition will be sum. We have to sum you have to sum you have to sum both of this. To sum both of this, you have to sum both of this, plus you have to make you have to subtract our taxable income and the 7,50,000. After subtracting, you have to the amount you'll get. You have to count 15% on that. Okay, this is our first logic. Hope it was easy to understand. Now same, we're going to use this for 4,50,000. What if it is more than 4,50,000? If our now if our taxable income is more than 4,50,000, where our condition will be there will be 5,000 plus uh, taxable income minus 4,000 plus taxable income minus our 4,50,000 into 10%. This will be our answer. And if that will be the condition. And what if the result is more than the 3,50,000? What will happen? Yeah, so for this we have to calculate if our taxable income is greater than 3,50,000. What we're going to do is uh, 5,000. If our taxable income is more than 3,50,000, we are going to charge our taxable income minus our taxable income minus 3,50,000 into 5%. Okay, and the last one is, what if the tax bracket, we are not in the tax bracket, or we don't have to pay any tax if our income is less than 3,50,000. For this, we're going to, if our taxable income is less than or equal, say 3,50,000, we don't have to put any we don't need to pay any tax. So in that case, our tax base or our tax rate will be 0%. For this, our C12 into 0%. Okay, so that is the function. So if we press enter, we can see that our taxable income is our taxable income and our income tax is 2,500. So now if I make some condition constant, like now we are going to drag this, as we have made fixed our some digit. So now we are going to drag this one and we'll get our answer. So this is how we calculate income tax on a different tax bracket. Let's try another one on tax. So here the same, but there's a lot of amount in this, so we're going to do it a little bit fast. So this is our formula. Now we get 2,50,000, 2,27,500, and if we constant some of this which are to be made constant, we have made all our inputs that need to be fixed are made fixed. Now if we drag our data, we get our results. Okay, this is what we get after calculating tax. Now that's all about using if function or if function for calculating tax. Now we are going to calculate wage. It is as simple as that ones. So for this, first we are going to use ifs. As we all know, ifs, you can see that the normal wage and the overtime wage has a different. If the normal wage is 25 and average overtime is 30 say $30 per hour, and the normal labor hours is 8 hours. So now we have to calculate our labor hours. For this we have to go to labor hours. If our labor hour is greater than, or if our labor hour is equals, if our labor less than or equal this one, we can make it constant. Then our pay will be labor hour into normal wage. Okay, labor hour into normal wage, where we can make constant the normal wage. If our labor hour is greater than the normal labor hour, in that case our condition will be labor hour into general labor pay, labor hour into general labor pay plus the difference between general labor hour and overtime. So for this we have to calculate our general labor hour minus normal labor hour and to count it on a face of $30 and bracket close, we get enter. Now we get our wage, and if we drag down the cursor, we get our wage. It's that simple. Now let's move on to utility bills. How to count utility bills. For utility bills, we are going to apply the formula as same as say sales commission. Okay, so for this, if there is more or less than 75 unit, the result will be 0. It is more than 200 unit, it will be 7. Okay, so for this we are going to use the ifs formula. equal if formula and now if our unit consumed is greater than, or if our is greater than 200, if our greater than 600, then our utility bill comes into as 12 taka. Okay, if more than 600, it's more than 600. Okay, then it is, if it is, if our utility unit consume is greater than 400, then the unit consume will be multiplied by 10 taka. Okay, $10. If our unit consume is greater than 200, will greater than 200, then our unit consume will be multiplied by 9 taka. Then if our unit consume is more than unit consume is more than 75, our amount will be 7 taka. Okay, then last, if a unit consume is less than or equal 75, then our unit consume will be multiplied by 0. Okay, so as it is less than 75, it's 0. Now we are going to make some constant using F9, F5. So that's it. Now we can press enter and drag our bills. So it is the amount of bill we need to pay. But what if there is another constraint? These are only the amount of bill we are going to pay that the unit have consumed, but we have to also count the total amount after including the VAT, value added tax. So for this, our total payable will be our bill amount into our VAT percentage. So for this we are going to use 1 plus the VAT percentage, 1 for the total amount to become, and the 15% is the VAT amount. So if we make the B7 as constant here, so and enter and drag it, we get our total bill amount to be paid after including the VAT. So these are the real life uses of if function that we use in our day-to-day life business, counting our calculating our expenses or of utility, wages, tax and sales commission, and furthermore that we want to calculate. It is a very useful tool in business aspects, and if function makes many business operation calculation easy and easier. So hope it was helpful for you all. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you soon in any other video. Till then, good luck and stay safe. Assalamu alaikum.